See a bird in the corner. Hi everyone, it's Bardic here, and today I thought it would be good to create an underwater town or village. This will be the first time I've sort of looked at how the underwater aspects of D&D work. Not super familiar with how that sort of would work, so we will learn together nonetheless. So, you'll need your Dungeons Master's Guide to follow through. That's more than likely in unusual environments, 116. Would be my initial guess. Under the sea. So underwater, there's chapter 9 in the player's handbook for underwater combat. You do have some undersea encounters as well, so let's just have a look at some of these. You need D12 and D8. Enormous kelp bed. Roll again on the table to determine what's hidden in the kelp bed. 11. Control of hostile Merrow coastal waters or Sahagwin deep waters. Now Merrow are like mer people, kind of people and stuff, and Sahagwin are, I think, just deeper versions. 13. It's an undersea cave. That is 13 again. 5. Underwater steam vent. 25% chance vent is a portal to the elemental plane of water. So there's a few different things, including bronze dragon or a storm giant. Swimming. Unless aided by magic, a character can't swim for a full 8 hours per day. After each hour of swimming, a character must succeed on a DC Constitution saving throw. DC's 10. Throw or gain a level of exhaustion. A creature that has swimming speed, including character of a ring of swimming or similar. Magic can swim all day without penalty. Swimming through deep water is similar to travelling at high altitudes. Cold temperatures and water pressure for a creature without swimming speed. Each hour spent swimming to depth greater than 100 feet counts as 2 hours for the purpose of determining exhaustion. Swimming for an hour counts as 4 hours. The sea and navigation. Seagoing vessels stay close to the shore when they can, because navigation is easier than landmarks for visible. As long as the ship is within sight of land, there is no chance of vessel becoming lost. Random encounters in the sea. 13. Floating debris. 17. Iceberg. 17 another iceberg. 89. Passing merchant ship, galley or sailing ship. We have airborne and waterborne vehicles, owning a ship, etc., etc. And there's shipwrecks. So it's difficult to get to these places more often than not. So I think today we're going to create from the trinkets page, which is in the player's handbook. So we are going to find a few trinkets, and from the trinkets, and then we will create this town. Let's see, normally I would choose an aspect of quirkiness or weirdness in terms of terrain or pieces or stuff like that. But today we know what the location is. I've been away for a while from filming, but I'm back at it, and I've got a few different ideas that were sort of creative that I wanted to have a look at doing in the future, but just have not had the time. This isn't my day job, so it's a bit hard to find the time to do some things and look at them as we go. So let's go for some items, exactly 100. Metal of a hero's ashes. $63. An alabaster mask. Now I think alabaster is actually that sort of white shell, isn't it? Like mother of pearl kind of thing. And 80. A bronze pentacle with etched of a rat's head in its center. Rat head. Bronze pendant. Okay. Let us have a look at a few different things here. So there's a section in this that I need to look at. Let's do a little exotic location. So we need a D20. Natural 1. things to look at. So we'll look at some calamities or issues within the town as to why they would be coming. Okay, so now we'll start structuring what's actually happening in this town. So 18. Racial minority refugees. Status is ruler 16. Deathbed. Power. Vacuum. Notable traits. HQ of a powerful family who is known for its strong drink and dark magic and recent calamity on dead or stirring. Okay, and for fun, let's have a look at the tavern name. 3, the staggering dolphin. I think we've literally had that before. 9, the slaughtered pony. Cool. Okie dokie. Let's have a random encounter, which is a 12 plus 8. 11. Fire. Interesting. Okay. So. What would mean? Cortopia, water. The forgotten. I'm going to call it the Black Branch. Okay. And what it is you've got Okay, so this is an underwater town. So deep in the ocean, deep in the sea, in the depths, at the bottom of the ocean, deep where it is dark, the pressure is unrelenting, it is cold, and it is difficult to traverse through this space. It is a almost forgotten dark town. This town has largely been forgotten over time and is left to its own devices, seemingly thought to be haunted. They used to be known for their strong drink, but they've never been forgotten about their dark magic and their dark ways. Their current monarch is on their deathbed, creating a powerful power vacuum within the space. It was known to be the HQ of a powerful underwater family, but the majority of the sort of local residents being of water population, the minority are refugees that are hiding, and they are sort of not necessarily in power, but seeking refuge and help, but they're making a push for more rights within the coral. So what the town is basically within a large mother coral, or like a brain of the sort of flute coral. So you have these large protrusions, almost like skyscrapers, all from a central stem that comes through multi-levels and sort of like this beehive kind of way. Recent calamity is from all the dark magic. Some undead souls have started running amok, and some of these different pieces of the coral have been sort of quarantined, shut off, have filled with undead. So a large portion of the city is actually shut down. When arriving to the town, you'll have an encounter with being like fire, which is internal, so there's all these holes in the coral, but they're magically forced shut. But there's always a bad issue if there's fire within underwater or a submersible piece. So that's always difficult. To correct the dark undead stirring around the space, you will need to return a local hero's ashes that has been lost, which would be the Alabaster King. Was known as the Alabaster King when he had an alabaster mask, almost like Phantom of the Opera. And you have a clue with a rat head bronze pendant, which might be a local militant or a pirate gang that maybe have stolen this. Kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean with the coins. Removing the urns has created this vacuum of this undead problem, and the dark magic is exacerbating the problem, or initially created the problem in the first place. So, fairly, undead, underwater, deep depths, kind of tricky, like a lot of claustrophobic, a lot of danger, and potential come-aparts being fighting undead that don't need to breathe or anything like that. So, really interesting sort of different dynamic, and drowning is always a problem and everything like that. So, pretty interesting little town there you would want to explore potentially. Thank you everyone. Enjoy your long rest.